Bushcraft family here today, and morning talk. Yeah. Well, guys, I had totally different things set up for today where I was going to talk about. I even got them uploaded up on my browser. Um, but something arose, and I thought it very important that I put it out there. And as you've seen on the title, um, the virus, we've got our own strain of the virus now, our own mutation of the virus now, or however they say it. Now, I'm not one. I know there is a virus. Um, I've said it before. I talked about it on the Angry Prepper. He asked me about it, and I said, "Yeah, I believe there is a virus. One, I don't believe it is bad as it's put out there. I mean, the virus itself is pretty bad. I mean, it's bad on those who are their immune systems are weak. Um, but I don't think like every because I don't think that there's that many deaths from COVID. That this is just my own opinion. You're I don't say anything about other people's opinions. If you think it's real or not, that is all you. And I don't expect to try to change people's minds on that stuff, but just my opinion. That's how I feel about it. And I really don't think it's as bad as there's so many deaths. I mean, we used to hear about what happened to people dying of heart disease, cancer, and all this stuff. You don't hear COVID. They died of COVID, and I don't know if it's more the media that's doing this or they have to put that if they did have COVID, even if they didn't die of it. Um, I mean, if the person had COVID and they fell down the stairs and broke their neck, did they die of COVID? Um, I don't know. I don't want to get onto that end of it. I just want to bring you guys about what is going. And this is in Columbus, Ohio. Let's go ahead and switch over. Okay, as you can see here, Ohio researchers say they've identified two new ones, COVID strains likely or originating in the U.S. So there are mutations of COVID being generated. UK, Africa, I think Italy might have one by now. Um, and it's hard to say that there's other countries that don't have our abilities and the UK's abilities and stuff like that. How many more other strains of this is going around? Um, and it's really shocking. I mean, they have identified this that there is some, but the one thing that puzzles me: how did they how did they find this new strain? Are they are they because when you take a test, they put in cultures that will activate if you have a certain enzyme that belongs to COVID. Now, I don't know if they if they do the test and they it's a different color or something like this. I really would love them to explain how they come up with Just a random person coming in getting a test, and they stick the thing in their nose and come back and say, "Oh, sir, you have COVID, but it's a mutated version of it. Can we do test on you?" That's about the gist of it, probably. But how did they come up with that? I really would love to know that. I mean, they do all these studies to determine where this mutation came from and all that. How did they come up with that person, Mr. Henry over here, has? I'm not saying it's the person's Henry that actually has. I'm just making a name up. Um, actually has that mutated strand. I maybe somebody can explain it to me, but maybe the symptom. I don't know. They never say anything about it. How they came up with this, but researchers in Ohio said Wednesday today that they've discovered two new variants of the virus that likely originated in the U.S., one of which quickly became the dominant strain in Columbus. Um, the dominant strain. So, hmm, over a 3 week period in late December and January. So I don't know if they're saying that there's multiple people with it, but I don't know. Like the strain detected in the UK, the US mutations appear to make COVID 19 more contagious, but do not seem likely they will diminish the effectiveness of the virus. Researchers said. Okay, we got that out. Um, so, like the UK one, they said it's easier to catch, basically. So, but the vaccine will work on it. So they say. Now, I just seen because they had the talk about this yesterday. I caught glimpses of it, and one of the things that caught my eye was they were talking about. Somebody asked them about kids and pregnant women. Why can't they take? And the guy said, "Well, we didn't have any of those to study the vaccine on." And then he proceeded to say that they would like to, but didn't have anyone in those age brackets or pregnant women to volunteer for this. Um, okay, that kind of worried me right there. Um, did they make an ad out saying, "Would you let your want to test our drug on your kids?" Or pregnant women, "Would you like to test our vaccine?" I don't know. And the other people that so-called tested the vaccine on, did they know that they couldn't find any kids or pregnant women that wanted to do the test? Um, that really got me right there. Um, but yeah, there's a lot on this. I'm sure everybody can go and search it themselves and everything. The new Columbus strain has the same genetic backbone as earlier cases. We've studied. See, I still don't know how they got this, but these three mutations represent a significant. Why do they use these words? Evolution. Um, Dr. Jones says. Vice chair of, you got to get your title in there. Lead study and said in a statement, we know this shift didn't come from the UK or South Africa branches of the virus. The mutation found in dominant new strain in Columbus, that's again where I'm at. I don't live in Columbus, but I'm in Ohio. Um, yeah, there's a lot more on this. Um, I suggest everybody go and check it out and see what you think about it. But how many more of these variants are we gonna come across? I mean, and some of the stuff I wanted to go over today, which I'll go over slightly. Um, Elderberry Demand soar up. Everybody's wanting to get stuff to boost their immunity, and which is good. I mean, to be healthy and everything. Um, Not too long ago, I went down the um, vitamin aisle at Walmart, almost empty. I mean, there was some stuff, but it was like really weird vitamins and stuff. All the one multivitamins, and there's you don't see no vitamin D and stuff like that. So that would be something to good to go prep on is vitamins and stuff. I mean, if you know your herbs and your stuff like that, and stuff that you can get out of the wild and things like that to boost your immunity and stuff like that, then that's a plus. I mean, everybody should learn that stuff. Um, but um, one thing that I want to do on my channel here, not too long, I want to make fermented garlic and honey. That stuff is supposed to be really good for immunity. But here we go. Here's another one. Springfield, good food response. Okay, never mind. Uh, they're going to be the first company that is they want to do this in 60 days. They want to vaccinate their employees within 60 days. Um, for those that you don't know, or for those who's going to tell me, yes, this is a Chinese based company, and you'd be surprised how many Chinese companies feed you in this country right now. Um, but we go down here. Where is it? Yes. They're not going to say how many people do not want to take the vaccine, but there is talk about whether the people will refuse to take it and whether companies will mandate it. I've said this before, and the United States Equal Employment Opportunity said there's no law against it, ish, and there's ways around it. So they can basically force you to take, or you get fired or laid off. I'm not going to go too much into that because I've been over this before in past morning talks. And we go over here, and sorry to say, if you guys are wine drinkers or alcohol, Germany, um, with the tariffs, they've increased alcohol prices and stuff like that. So get ready for prices to go up on your alcohol from Germany. So the wine and whatever else you, probably beer and whatever. So the new, yeah, that's coming about here shortly. So if you wanted to stockpile, now's the time before it goes up. And there's a lot of these tariffs that are going to be happening soon. So be warned of that stuff. And then for me, companies should not be donating money to any political race. This that again, this is my belief. Um, because so much room for corruption in this. Um, we donate $10 million to you, and you should be able to lower our taxes or let us have this property over here to build our new plant. It's I don't think any company should. I mean, even if they outlaw it, saying they're put a law in saying companies, you know, they're still going to get some money to the politicians, slip them under the table, and it's still going to happen anyway. But being there be a law, I think it would be less. Wouldn't be as easy for them to do it. Now, yeah. So let's go ahead and we're gonna pick our shout out for today. Our two shout outs, that is. I should have had these ready to go because this video is probably longer than it should be. But like I said, I wanted to get that stuff out there. Let's see what we got here. Okay, let's go ahead and this guy is a pretty cool guy here. Castle Hives. Let's go ahead and give him a shout out. Mr. Bee Guy. He has all kinds of bees, and he's also getting into the gardening stuff. Um, Also, being in the seas, we're gonna go for couponing girl. She does all kinds of stuff on her channel. Taste tests. She goes out and does big hauls of groceries and stuff like that, and sings and all kinds of stuff. Make sure you go by and check her out. Let's go ahead and switch back over here. But yes, guys, make sure you go check them out. Tell them Bushcraft family sent you, and hopefully um, things will get better. I really doubt it, but we can always pray. But please like, share, comment, all that stuff. If you're not subscribed, do so. Until the next video, God bless.